Hello garden friends, this is Webster from My Therapy Garden. We're playing the dirt, help to take away the hurt. Today we're going to do a spring tour of the Hillside Garden. Just look at what's blooming, look at the different leaf color changes, and just see what come back for this year. So stay with me as we go touring the Hillside Garden, showing you some of the beauties on the garden. Okay guys, stay with us. Okay guys, we're just taking a wide view of the whole Hillside Garden. Moving from left to right, and then we'll get closer and talk to you about some of the plants that's surviving and thriving on the Hillside Garden. And as we move over back to the left, we have this viburnum, beautiful arrowwood viburnum, blooming quite nicely. Yeah, as I said, it takes a while for it to bloom. It did well last year and it's doing good again this year. And this is the arrowwood viburnum. Beautiful lace cap blooms that it has. And I always say that viburnum is for those hydrangea lovers that can't wait for summer for hydrangeas to be in bloom, because you know you can get your viburnum like this one in lace cap, or you could get your Chinese snowball in that mop head form. We have azaleas, and they have azaleas, some already bloom and finished blooming, but most of them didn't do much. Most of them look like they're dying from the winter. As you can see, this one, a lot of it is dead and just struggling from that cold snap that we have on Christmas and again in March. So they start blooming, and then we had that March freeze. On that weekend of the 12th of March, we have that freeze. So most of the azaleas aren't in bloom, but there's always next year. Okay, my weeping cherry, looking good. Didn't get much bloom from it, but you can see that it have lots of leaves and it's surviving nicely. Just branches everywhere. Our Japanese maple, sangokaku, or the coral bark Japanese maple. And of course this one get full sun, and we can see have some dieback, again from winter and also for just being in the sun. We have another viburnum here, which is a double file viburnum, which hasn't blossomed since we planted it like 3, maybe 4 years now. And it's the first time it looks like, you know, it's about to put some flowers out. So I'm glad that we have these little blooms to show you, and we have more that's coming. So another tour, and we should have beautiful double file viburnum. Another Japanese maple, summer's gold, and you can see that it leafed out in this beautiful golden green color, with the tips of that little nice little pink color to the tips of it. So that's summer's gold. Of course, our beautiful crimson queen that we have here, just sitting behind the viburnum. Some Baptista, or false indigo, and this is the yellow kind. I used to have these in the rose garden, and I removed them because they were getting too big, and I don't like to keep pruning plants, so I just wanted to grow and do their thing. So this yellow one is called American Goldfinch. American Goldfinch. Beautiful yellow flower that it has. My small bed right here is for vegetable, herbs. I haven't put much in it right now, but we have some blueberries back here, some blackberries. The winter killed the rosemary. We have 2 big rosemary in here, this one, another one there, but they didn't survive the winter. This is my banana. I'm glad I didn't put it in the ground because, you know, in the winter it die back in the winter time. So just keep it in the pot right here. So when it die back, we can put it in the garage so it stays warm for the winter, and bring it back out, and it should start growing again, as you can see, and we'll have beautiful banana plant for the summer. Our Japanese maple here, this is Viridis, which is a green fine leaf Japanese maple, kind of like waterfalls, but this is Viridis. We'll just go up to this beauty here, which has almost finished blooming, and this is a native azalea, Tallulah Sunrise, and it was so beautiful when it was in full bloom, but it was the only thing that was blooming at the time, so I didn't want to do a tour with only one plant blooming. So I'll just show you a picture of what we have, but it's so beautiful, that yellow orange color, and it just smells amazing. It have a nice strong spicy fragrance to it. Our Japanese maple Tamukiyama, again we have some dieback on this one. Sometimes the winters can be very harsh on Japanese maple, and if they don't survive, then the summer comes, and that hot summer, because we don't have any shade for it, it's in the full sun, so it's very hard on my Japanese maple, because you know that Japanese maple are actually understory trees, so they don't just like to be out in the full sun. We have a little apple, crab apple, right here, red crab apple, so we can have something to feed the birds. Lots of azalea, but they're not in flower. Like I said, the winter was just so harsh on them that they're not really flowering this year. Our other Japanese maple, Germain Gyration, another green fine leaf Japanese maple, Germain Gyration. We have some hydrangea that's coming. The dogwood finished blossoming. And my snowball viburnum, Chinese snowball, which finished blooming. It was a quick bloom because it put out much of its bloom in March, and then we have that freeze and it started burning, so they just fall off quickly. So we didn't have much on the snowball this year. And as we walk up here on the top of the hill, some beautiful azalea, and all the azaleas I have here are encore azaleas. Encore azalea. So they give you bloom twice a year. You'll have the bloom now in spring, and you'll have it for the most part in fall. But you know, you'll have ones and twosies that will keep flowering throughout the year. So don't be surprised if you actually have encore azalea year after year. Another Japanese maple, Emperor One, and this one of course is a palmatum. You can see the leaves are much broader. get you closer to it. Hydrangeas coming back. Strawberry, vanilla strawberry, and limelight down here. And right across here, another Japanese maple, Oridono nishi. Oridono nishi. I love this maple. Hopefully it will get stronger this year to survive the heat of the summer that we know is coming. My forest pansy, one limb. I don't know what to make of it, but I'll leave it just like that. I think it will provide some interest in the garden. My wife wants me to use a stick and to bring it up, so this one branch can start being a main branch, which I might do that later since this one is totally dead and I have to remove this. So just have this plant just going sideways may not be the best thing for the plant. So yes, we'll try to help it, but for now, put some character in the garden. White azalea. And this beauty here is solar glare. Solar glare. Beautiful native azalea. It's not fragrant like the Tallulah sunrise, but it's just as beautiful. The flowers are bigger. And of course you can see that you just cover the entire plant in flowers. A beautiful native azalea. We have another one right up here, just behind our Tamukiyama Japanese maple. Okay, and going up the hill, I have more hydrangea, vanilla strawberry, and of course this one is quick fire. And a limelight punch. Our beautiful pine tree here is a Japanese black pine. It's thunderhead. And all the candles that it has on it. And we make a video last year showing you how to keep your pine trees pruned by just snipping the candles just like that, just with your hand, and only leaving the one that you want to be a main branch. You would leave that one up and just snap back the rest. So the one in the middle, I'll leave that as my main shoot. You can check that video out on how to properly candle your pine trees. A beautiful spruce that we have here, and this is a Skyland. See the name underneath? Yep. Skyland Oriental Spruce. Very tiny and they're slow growing, so it will be many years before I have a big spruce right here, but I'm patient. You know. More azaleas. As we turn right here, I have a variegated leaf dogwood. And pink flowering dogwood right here. More hydrangea. And this Chinese snowball viburnum didn't flower at all this year. Last year we had beautiful flowers. I'm not sure what happened this year exactly, but there was not even a peep from it. Nothing. So, but she's looking healthy, she's looking good. So hopefully next year we'll have beautiful flower on this Chinese snowball. Or Japanese maple, CRU. And CRU is an upright Japanese maple with green fine leaf. Most of the fine leaf, especially green, are always weeping, like the Veridis or your waterfalls, but CRU is upright, which makes it different. And of course, it's beautiful. Just love it. We have a pine tree here that died, and we replace it with something which we think would be much better. And this one is an Ogon, O-G-O-N. Would be more sun tolerant for this area, for it right here. Or cotinus, or a smoke bush. Looking good. Nice purple leaves with a flower coming up. And we know later on when this flower is going to be like smoke just hanging over the leaves of this plant, and that's why it gets its name, smoke bush. It's a prolific viburnum. Prolific viburnum. Nice white flowers on it. Prolific viburnum. Some azalea, of course, encore azalea, and then some hydrangea that we have here, and these are all vanilla sundae. Vanilla sundae? No, vanilla strawberry. Vanilla strawberry. Vanilla strawberry. This tree coming back here, this is a chase tree, also called Texas lilac, because the flower kind of look like lilac. So this chase tree right here. Camellia. Camellia. We have more pine needles that I need to put down. Or baby lace hydrangea. Rhododendron. And these rhododendron are hardy for the south. They're from a southern living plant. From southern living plant. And these are radiance. Radiance, which is going to be pink flower. You can see we have a little bit there coming. The rest should be coming up later. That's radiance. We have some more hydrangea. These I removed last year. They were in the front, and I removed them, put them on top of the hill again because I don't want to keep trimming all my plants, keep pruning and pruning. So just put them where they can just grow and be happy. A new hydrangea I have up here. The name right here so I can remember it. And that's Let's Dance Ariba. Oak leaf hydrangea. It's beautiful pine that we have, a white pine, parviflora. And this is a Vanderwolf pyramid. Vanderwolf pyramid. Beautiful blue-green pine needles that it has on it. And we come to the end right here, where we have another Japanese maple. And this is the Shishigashira, or the lion head Japanese maple. A small hydrangea here, small oak leaf hydrangea. I bought that at Home Depot. Yeah, I think I got that at Home Depot online, and that's the ruby red slippers or ruby slippers. I think it's just ruby slippers. It's a oak leaf hydrangea, but it has a red flower. This is a strawberry sundae, the only strawberry sundae I have, which I was calling those down there strawberry sundae, but they were vanilla strawberry. Our big maple is getting even bigger, which I'm so happy about, because then it can provide shade for some of the more delicate plants that we have up here, like our hydrangea, which may not like too much of the sun, or the azaleas. We just walk on the back here. Look at the last two trees I want to show you. This is my new chokeberry. And this chokeberry red, which I planted, I got at Wilson's Brothers Garden. Wilson's Brothers Garden. I got that last fall. We can see it's coming up already with some blooms. So we should have a little flower, and then we should have red berries this year. This is my Grancy Graybeard, otherwise called Chinese fringe tree. Hopefully we'll have more than just that tiny bloom. But it's a small tree, so we have to be patient so we can get bigger blooms next year. And we'll just walk on down, and you guys can just enjoy the view as we go down our hill. I need to redo some of the steps, but that will all be done in due time. For the time being, enjoy this Tamukiyama. As we come down the hill, we can see we have more Baptisia, the American goldfinch, coming up. Limelight azalea, our prolific, our hydrangea Tinky Winky, our Japanese maple garnet, our Bobo hydrangea, and the other one in the pot up there is a little lime. I'm trying to get a topiary started on this holly that we have here, so hopefully it will be much fuller this year, so we can start seeing the shape that I'm trying to get for my topiary. So okay guys, so that's our first tour of the Hillside Garden in spring. You can hear all the birds singing. I hope you enjoy this tour. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time a video is released. please tell your friends and family about this channel and share this channel on your social media platforms so we can help the channel to grow. From my garden to yours, this is Webster from My Therapy Garden. We're playing the dirt, help me to take away the hurt. And we just did our first spring tour of the Hillside Garden. Have a great day, guys. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.